30, and I'll call meeting 1462 to order. At this time, I'd like to welcome the online viewers. Agenda 1462 is in front of you. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I have one. Is that where new business? Or rescind that JSO?
I want a separate motion to do it, so I'd rather new business or business arising from the minutes, whatever you want to put it under.
Sorry.
All right, no worries. Minutes meeting 1461 are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? Hearing none, can I get a mover? Moved by Councillor Hancock, seconded by Deputy Mayor Young. Call for question. Hearing none, all those in favor, motion carried. Thank you. Business arising from the minutes. Is there any business arising from the minutes? This is where
Yes, I would like to rescind the motion that I made for our GIC rate for a 2-year term and have Lori get pricing on that to see options.
Okay.
All options on that one.
All right, thank you for that. Hearing no more, we shall move on to pardon?
Seconder? I'll second that.
Oh, sorry. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Jones. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. All right, new business. Is there any new business to add tonight? Hearing none, we'll move on to correspondence. Deer Lake Regional Airport 25th anniversary invitation, December 1st, 3 to 5 p.m. Need to respond by November 24th. Item number 2, Cornerbrook status of Women Council Child Abuse Prevention Education Training, November 27th to 28th. Call to register. And the other one is the Verplin. It's not on here, but Verplin's having their Christmas party on Friday at 5:30 at the United Church, and we are all invited. So please, I guess, Lori, we can put out an email just to get court numbers. All right. And that concludes correspondence. We shall move on to reports. Finance, Councillor Freak, please.
Finance, we had met on November the 16th, myself, Councillor Fitzgerald, Town Manager Jason Young, Town Clerk Lori Humphreys. Item number 1, CBCL, water filter, $32.82 and 22 cents, recommended approval. Item number 2, claim number 23 for the annex, $216,224.03, recommended approval. And item number 3 for Menchington, this is for the gymnastics for $9,177, and I make a motion to accept the report.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Fitzgerald. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. On to accounts payable. Councillor Freak, please.
Items number 1 through 35, excluding number 33, for the amount of $35,869.29. I make a motion to accept the invoices and pay.
All right, moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Councillor Fitzgerald. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
This accounts payable has led into some, maybe some new budgetary items for 2024. It's a good accounts payable. Item number 33 for $57.50 for Western Steelworks. I make a motion to pay the invoice.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Freak, seconded by Deputy Mayor Young. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Okay, moving on.
Darren, I'm stepping out for number 3, right, in yours?
Pardon me?
I step out for number 3 in yours, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I was going to say.
All right, moving on to Public Works. Councillor Fitzgerald, please.
All right, this is the Public Works meeting, November 16, 2023. In attendance was Town Manager Jason Young, Director of Public Works Dave Thomas, Public Works Superintendent Scotty Ohms, and I. Going to start, which is items number 1 and 2. Number 1, Main Dam Road, upgrades, water and sewer and paving. Just let you know that the town has received the drawings, and we are currently reviewing the tender package to see the correctness of it. Number 2, this is back to the electronic recycling. We'll begin receiving electronics in about 2 weeks. Town will put it out, information out to residents, which can be dropped off and when. I wish to accept items number 1 and 2 of the Public Works report.
All right, so we have a mover and a seconder. Moved by call for seconder. Moved by Councillor Freak, call for question. Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried. And for record, item number 3, Councillor Hancock stepping out for conflict of interest. Councillor Fitzgerald, please.
All right, this is item number 3. It's for the Whites Road storm sewer, our issue with the retaining wall or over one of our storm sewer drains. We've reviewed all the tenders, and unfortunately it's over our invited tender budget. So we're going to recommend to re-tender this again with a different scope of work in the spring through using the provincial public tendering mechanism.
All right.
I move to accept item number 3 of the report.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Fitzgerald, seconded by Councillor Freak, call for question. Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to Environment and Housing. Councillor Jones, please.
Okay, a meeting was held on November 16th, Thursday. Items are presented in front of you. General repairs, number 1 to 3, just for fence shingles, permits been issued. Number 4 for the extensions, and Riverbank Road extension and garage permit has been issued. Number 5 for 150 High Street for shed permit has been issued. Number 6 for new dwelling on 13 Pine Street permit has been issued. And number 7 for 52 Grace Avenue, 50 loads of fill, the permit has been issued. I move that we accept the report in numbers November the 16th.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Jones, seconded by Councillor Freak, call for question.
Not a question, just one statement. I guess for the total year, for the year, people asked, new dwellings has been 17 for this year.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, all those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to Health and Wellness. Deputy Mayor Young, please.
Health and Wellness met November 7th. In attendance, myself, Councillor Hancock, and Town Clerk Lori Humphrey. There's 9 kind of items here. The first 6 are FYIs. Excuse me. So number 1, we're continuing with the Bridge the Gap series. Starting here now on Thursday, there'll be 2 more sessions learning how to traditionally bottle jam. I think it's partridge berry jam. Robbie Coles is hosting a session in terms of and sharing his family's recipe for their partridge berry jam. Number 2, move more, stress less. Again, this is a year-long event that's ongoing. So most recently we had some easy dancing, fitness over 50 kind of events. There were 4 being held each Thursday nights, I believe. And we did that. We ran that series for the last month, with this Thursday being the final event of that series. Number 3, Mushroom Foray. We're looking in terms of gathering as an event, and Gordon's quite involved in this one. He attended a similar event in St. Anthony, I believe, and we're looking at perhaps hosting that there. They're really interested in, they go and travel all over the province and have a big event, one big event each year, and they're really keen on Deer Lake, so we're starting some discussions with them and hoping to attract them here. Number 4 was the Healthcare Appreciation night. We had that just this past week. We did a Name That Tune 80s style where everybody got together and dressed up. The uptake was great. We had approximately 60 people attend. Everybody dressed up, which was awesome. It was super fun, and it was nice to see everybody out and show them the appreciation for all that they do for the community. So it was great. And we had 10 or 12, I think, disciplines within healthcare. So it was nice to see the broad scope to that night. So that was great. Number 5, our newcomer skate. So again, introducing the lending library at the Hodder. We did end up postponing the second event, and I think it still has yet to be rescheduled. Number 6, Girls at Bat, is a grant from the Toronto Blue Jays with a goal of introducing girls to the sport of baseball. They provide funding and equipment, and we recently found out that we achieved that. So, Lori, what was the cost or what was the amount of that one?
I don't think they gave us a cost. They gave us a list of equipment that they'll send to us. So, and then they said they're going to provide some funding for training, but it depended on how many applicants they got.
So we're looking at moving that perhaps and running that now as we get closer to the new baseball season upcoming. So those were all FYIs. Number 7, snowshoes. We are looking at purchasing, again, an additional lending library. So looking at snowshoes and purchasing those. A lot of other municipalities have been doing it, so we were looking at kind of bringing that here to Deer Lake as well. Snowshoeing has just skyrocketed over the pandemic, and it's great for, all families, all activity levels, so we're hoping to kind of establish that. We did bring to recreation to look at some of the pragmatic pieces of it. How will we do it? Where will the snowshoes be housed? That kind of thing. So we're really looking at moving forward with that. Number 8 is a Christmas light tour. Not much information about it here, but basically the idea was to gather seniors, or started out as seniors, gather seniors over the Christmas season and use some sort of local busing and take them around town and look at the Christmas lights. Yeah, so it's kind of early in its discussions. I think we're looking at perhaps even we've reached out and looking at partnering with the town of Pasadena. They have their own bus, so that could extend the amount of nights, it would lower the cost, so extend the amount of people we could reach with it. So we're looking at that. And lastly, guitar lessons. One of the things that we really, through health and wellness, we feel we haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to is music and, improving wellness through music. So we're looking at purchasing guitars and then finding someone to provide lessons to the youth, perhaps in a group setting, and then house the guitars at the annex once that it's open. So that's items 1 through 9.
There's a 10.
Oh, sorry, 10. Oh,
My favorite.
Gordon was clearly at this meeting.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got
yeah.
10 items. So again, as a move more stress less for December, just an event, and we're looking at, of course, walking and caroling. So just looking at figuring out the dates and times of that, but we'll let everybody know once that's been established. So I move that we pass for the meeting of November 7th, 2023, Health and Wellness.
All right, thank you. Moved by Deputy Mayor Young, seconded by Councillor Freak. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. Thank you. On to the next report, Arts, Culture and Recreation, Councillor
I'm going to do it.
Hancock.
Yeah. Yes, so Department of Arts, Recreation, and Culture met November 9th. In attendance, myself, Deputy Mayor Melanie Young, Councillor Brett Langdon, Director of Recreation Community Services Glenn Wiseman, Town Manager Jason Young. The meeting started at 8:30 a.m. First on the list, the tree audit. This is a returning item. We deferred it so that council could have an opportunity to review the actual audit document, which was sent in an email a couple weeks ago. So the discussion notes are the exact as the previous. Essentially, we need to prepare a letter to be provided to a homeowner of trees on his property to advise that certain trees are in an advanced state of decline, posing imminent hazards. Sorry, I gotta fix my mic here. One sec. Trees listed in the audit under the assessments 1-2 and 3 will need to be removed. Assessments 4 through 10, excluding 7, are being addressed by the Recreation Department. And with reference to assessment number 7, the Recreation Director and a group of students will be planting 80 new trees consisting of white and black spruce in designated areas. So that is for council information, but essentially in here it's talking about what is recommended and what, I guess, how it's going to proceed. And so I guess if anyone has any issues, they should bring it up. Number 2, high school hockey. The anticipated return to high school hockey will take place on November 13th at 5 p.m. And there are 6 home games slated for the regular season being played in Deer Lake. Number 3, lights on the Humber River Walking Trail. The town's electrician has installed power at the Viking Trail entrance to Humber River Walking Trail. At some point over the next 2 weeks, Newfoundland Power will connect power to the electrical panel, and the town's electrician will be installing lights along a 430-meter section of the walking trail. These lights will enhance this section of the trail, making it easier for cross-country skiing and snowshoeing in the winter. We'll also provide lights for this section of the trail for walkers during all seasons. This section of the walking trail will be known as the 430 Loop. And that concludes my report. Motion to accept the report as presented.
All right, thank you. Moved by Councillor Hancock, seconded by Deputy Mayor Young. Call for question. Hearing none. All those in favor? Motion carried. All right, that concludes reports. At this time, I would open up the report, the mayor's report. Other than just want to speak about the Remembrance Day and the great day it was, and the great uptake in the attendance was really nice to see. Searching through social media, you see so many young athletes achieving in our community, and I'm afraid I'm just going to say one group, I'm going to miss another. So everyone from girls volleyball, hockey, senior basketball, it's you know, Deer Lake's really active, and it's great to see. So other than that, that's it for me. Does anyone else have anything to add tonight?
We got a list of like Christmas events that are going on.
Microphone.
I'd love to see what I want to talk about this before, but like a community calendar. You know, there's so much on the go that everybody looks to be not competing, but you could totally like, you know, go from one event to the next event, but everybody's using their own social media platform. So just to make it known, and even to go through like rec and health and wellness, like there's so much on the go, and if you miss it, it would be easy to almost look at a calendar to be able to see what's happening.
Definitely.
So to jump on that,
It's been talked about, actually.
I know.
A number of times in health and wellness specifically, and I guess it just 10 items on that one. You know, I guess it just hasn't occurred. It is a really good idea.
Well,
Yeah.
with some relief to have an economic development officer.
but I was wondering if there wouldn't be like, if we could pin it maybe on rec as like a Google document that, you know, as things are happening, like I don't know if we could kind of create that, people can kind of reference back to it as a simple document.
Like
Anyway.
it stays up top or something?
Yeah, like you pin the post for the month of November, you know what I mean? And then it kind of keeps getting linked to that. Yeah. But we are going to do the Santa Stroll again this year. It's been late. And we're trying to figure out the need in Deer Lake, talking about like toys, families, food, like truly what is the need. So, it's going to be new, a little bit different this year, but they're going to add, during the event while we're outside, instead of having, like just played music, have a choir from 11:30 to 12:30 singing Christmas carols. So if anybody wanted to sit in the parking lot and come into the market or drop off your toy, you could kind of sit there, and hopefully we'll have a choir outside singing Christmas carols, just so you can come by and sit for a minute or go and get a
Yeah.
plate for us.
Good thing on those notes, and the manager has something.
I just, while you were talking about that,
Yeah.
thinking about my own calendar home on the fridge, that's full. But
That's right.
the other thing is that this Saturday is the Sam King Memorial Food Drive. I'm on Facebook here now, so I'm
Right,
actually reading
yeah.
it out. So
Yeah.
I meant to share this today in the town's Facebook page. But this is in honor of Sam King.
Absolutely.
You know, spent a good portion of his life donating time to the food bank. And I know that I was talking to Search and Rescue today. I know they're involved. And it just says Sam King Memorial Food Drive, Saturday, November 25th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Foodland and Coleman's parking lots. So I'll make sure we share that in the town's Facebook page. I'll get
Yeah.
recreation, even any councillors has their own. This is probably, the food bank's always a need, but I guess this time of year the needs are, heightened a little more. So anyone that's out doing some pre-Christmas shopping, certainly, and you can always reach out to the food bank if you're looking for items to consider, and I think they do have options. I've speak to them in the past about cash, if you feel that the best thing that a monetary contribution for what they need. But that's just one event. I know of many that are coming up.
Absolutely. We should, on the day of that thing, challenge each other on Facebook, use social media. I've dropped off my donation, let's go, and keep that going all day long to tag your friends, to keep that on top of everybody's mind, maybe? Kiri.
You take mine.
Kiri.
The other thing too, I do know from my own fridge calendar again that there is a large female invitational hockey tournament going on this weekend from Friday, I believe, to Sunday at the Hodder. So I mean, we could have, Glenn, probably something set up where we could do our own little thing just for people that come in. I know I've been to other tournaments. I was out in Grand Falls a weekend, and I think they had the coats for kids, because they knew there'd be a bunch of people in town that, we all got spare jackets lying around for our kids that no one seems to want anymore. But just might be an opportunity to do something, and sometimes our lobby can just be an area that we can kind of assist with these things moving forward.
And if we can get a great big box to take to the stadium, then I can take that box then up to the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Keep one going wrapped in Christmas stuff. Anyway.
Every Saturday now.
Every Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, is steady go. So if you had an idea of what was on the go, so you can kind of touch
take
it
it
off.
down.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know,
Right.
so you get all that.
Like you were saying, from Friday, you start up to 2 o'clock on Sunday, all the championship games are on Sunday. I think it's U 13, 14, and I'm not.
I think it's U11, U13, and U15 girls, yeah.
And speaking of challenges, I just let you guys know today I was down the store and make sure I got all my items for the food bank that council and the staff supposed to be doing.
Good,
So I got mine, I'm just waiting for my last item to bring it in.
good note, good note.
And I just told Gordon that the last item is gonna be one personal item. So soap, shampoo,
Okay.
toothbrush, something like that. So you guys, if you want to get it beforehand, but I'll send it out again next week.
I was saying that I'd love to see a meal. Like a lot of times with like the hampers and stuff that are dropped off, like some people don't have a family to cook for. So if you were able to actually, like, say, purchase a meal that was pre-cooked and have it delivered around Christmas, would have been a really good idea too. But you need, again, like the manpower, or like
Yeah,
a
you need
cook,
that.
somebody to do that.
Everybody do a little part, it's great to see.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, folks, this is the good stuff. I just want, speaking of, I guess, why we put the mayor's report in there, discussions of things sometimes get forgotten, and it just leaves everybody a space to bring things up. One other one, I just want to say thank you to, I unfortunately didn't get to attend it, but it looked like you had a great breakfast at the Holiday Inn. And the employees with the town had, hats off to them for raising over $1,000 for soccer for sick kids, so well done. Other than that, is there any other additions? Hearing none, we'll call for an adjournment. The call for adjournment moved by Councillor Freak, adjourned at 7:53.